Welcome back to Digital Champions on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Mike White, and on Digital Champions, we're meeting with experts in the industry to talk about the tips, tricks, trends, and technologies they use to help build their clients' campaigns. Join us today from ICWUSA, we have Robert Reinert. Welcome to the program, Robert.
Thank you for having me on the program. I'm glad to be here.
Tell me a little bit about ICWUSA and what services you provide your customers.
So ICWUSA is a company here in the USA building like computer monitoring systems, and I'm the one in charge of their marketing, kind of like their paid ad campaigns or like any kind of marketing, starting from social media, email campaigns, and even like events and conferences where our trade people, like our sales people are going to kind of like showcase our products. Yeah, so that's what ICW does. Monitoring systems for healthcare, dental, industrial usage.
What's the biggest challenge that you've had when helping customers build their campaigns in regards to paid media?
Well, I think the most important thing is like you have to know your customer, because having like a paid media advertising campaign you can build it up, but it doesn't mean it's effective. And I had customers before, not ICW, but other customers that had like paid media campaigns running for a long time, but had no success with it because their keywords were wrong, or their whole like focus was on the wrong target audience group. So as long as you don't know, like the most important thing is, and I tell that all my customers, the most important thing before you start running an ad campaign is like know exactly what is your target group, and where do you want to run your ad. Like if you run an ad on Google, you get more website traffic. If you run an ad on Facebook, you get more brand awareness. If you run an ad on LinkedIn, which is more expensive, you might get more engagement. So you really have to know where to focus on and where to put your money in, because otherwise you can spend a lot of money and you get zero results out of it.
What excites you most about the digital industry and what scares you?
Well, I think exciting, it's always changing. I mean, literally every day you log in, there's something new. You never know what's happening the next day. You never know, is there a new social media platform coming out? Is there any new trend that you have to jump on train and like participate in, So it's like, it's not getting boring. That's for sure, It's always changing. Just in the last few years, I mean, if you think about it, platforms like TikTok or whatever, they became big, and people making millions out of it. A couple of years ago, platforms like that didn't even exist, So it's interesting, like working in digital marketing is like always changing. You have to, of course, for a company like ICW, it's more important like to stay back on like certain funnels like email campaigns and like paid ad campaigns. But nonetheless, it's always important like to know what's going on in the digital marketing thing. What scares me? Well, I mean, sometimes changes happen so fast, and you always have to kind of like educate yourself to be on track with all the new trends, new changes. And sometimes things happen so fast that you literally have to sit there. You have to sit tight and kind of like keep your mind focused on learning new skills and adopting new changes, because otherwise you fall back, and then you have an issue against your competitors.
So what is the unique value proposition that you bring to the table over your competitors?
Well, I think like for me, because I enjoy doing marketing, especially digital marketing, it's kind of like almost like a hobby for me. So for me, it's like not just doing a job, it's also like doing something that I enjoy doing. And when you enjoy doing something, you read more about it, you're more engaged with it, you're more into it. And that being said, I'm kind of like the person, like at least so far, I've been able like to adopt all the new changes or trends and like not be one of those guys following a trend. I'd be more like, I wouldn't say a trendsetter, but like I'm like in the front group, kind of like, okay, we have to do certain things, we do them right away instead of like following behind our competitors, and that helped a lot so far.
When it comes to programmatic buying and staying on top of the trends, it's amazing how you can go and specifically target someone by psychographic, geographic, and really learn all the data. Yep. What do you think the biggest changes to the way people access data is going to be?
Well, I mean, like with the new rules and new policies and new privacy things, especially with the iOS 14, that you don't get like the same amount of data anymore that you used to get. I mean, you have to target your campaigns even more. Data is like, of course, especially for me as a marketer, for us as marketing people, it's very important to get a data set back, because we need to know like how our like campaigns are running. We need to see the results, and we need to know like, are we targeting the right people or not? So data is very important for us. It's not just like a little tool to analyze. And based on that, I think like it's right now, because we are getting less data because of more privacy issues and companies keeping data, like especially like companies like Facebook keeping data more away from us. So it's more important now like to focus exactly on the right customer. So market research is going to be more important, to focus on the right target group, right customers, because your data set that comes back to you to analyze is going to be less reliable or dependable.
Well, Robert, I appreciate you spending the time with us today, and we appreciate you being a digital champion.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
To find out more about Robert and all the amazing things that ICWUSA could do for your company and its growth, visit us at dailyadbrief.com. We'll see you next time on Digital Champions.